It was meant to be just another opulent evening in Atlanta. Fans flooded Rasheeda's social media accounts with fire emojis as she rocked yet another stunning look, sparkling lights, and red carpet photos. However, behind that flawless grin was a lady who was unwittingly on the verge of emotional ruin. Because only days ago, Rasheeda's husband of more than 20 years, Kirk Frost, was reportedly slipping back into the shadows of a history no one expected him to explore, while she was busy filming her newest promo and gushing about family loyalty in an emotional interview. This time, the betrayal was accompanied with pictures, messages, and a witness who claims to have seen everything. It wasn't just a rumor in the gossip halls. Jasmine Washington, who once shocked the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise with her shocking accusation that Kirk fathered her son, was that witness. Jasmine reappeared with event receipts, screenshots, video clips, and an accurate timeline just as the dust had finally started to settle. She claims that Kirk visited her by himself at night, and she is adamant that what transpired next wasn't an error. It was a decision. Rumors are now getting out of hand. Rasheeda and the fans are in full meltdown mode. She was caught off guard, according to people close to her. According to an exclusive insider, Rasheeda broke down in tears upon learning the news and hasn't spoken to Kirk in days. As if that weren't ugly enough, neighbors reportedly called security when their eldest kid, Kai, was caught in the middle of his parents' yelling altercation. What specifically transpired between Jasmine and Kirk? Is this Rasheeda's last straw? Or will she attempt to keep a marriage that appears destined to fail once more? Fasten your seatbelts, for this story will take unexpected turns, and the awful truth is going to collapse in the most spectacular way imaginable. Stay tuned as we delve further into the scandal that is shattering the Frost family and shocking Atlanta's reality TV elite. It's more than simply drama. This is pain, betrayal, and perhaps even the start of Rasheeda's final retaliation. It began with a whisper, the kind that, like smoke that is difficult to detect but impossible to ignore, dances through the halls of fame and fortune. A few days prior, Rasheeda was radiant at a high-profile launch party in Buckethead to promote her new fashion line. She stood next to Kirk, hand in hand, the picture of unity, cameras flashing. However, a storm was building intensity behind that picture-perfect moment. Rumor had it that Kirk had been spotted exiting a late-night establishment in Midtown, appearing too similar to someone who ought to have been left behind. Jasmine. That Jasmine, indeed. The same lady who previously caused Rasheeda's life to blow up with a baby and a betrayal that almost ruined everything the pair had achieved. Kirk and Rasheeda battled for years to get back together through marriage counseling, tearful confessions, public apologies, and even awkward family therapy sessions that were seen on reality TV. As they rebuilt, fans watched. Fans supported them, but it turns out that Kirk might have been covertly reopening old wounds while Rasheeda was recovering. Rasheeda first disregarded the rumors. During a private lunch at Toastin, she told a close friend, "People love drama. They see me happy. They see my brand winning and they want to tear that down." She laughed it off, but there was a hint of uncertainty in her eyes. And when an anonymous direct message appeared in her inbox, that flicker became a full-fledged inferno. 2 blurry pictures were included. One of Kirk outside the Vibe District lounge wearing a ball hat and hoodie. The second was a hazy but distinct picture of Jasmine's long, curly hair. She touched Kirk's arm with her hand. Rasheeda wasn't prepared to spiral, though. The timing was off, but not yet. Kirk had informed her that he had to travel to Charlotte for work that weekend. The street sign yelled ATL when she enlarged the picture. The call then arrived. Jasmine's voice was too serene. She said, "I'm not trying to start nothing. However, I believe Rasheeda should be informed of the facts." Rasheeda froze. "You're calling me, but why?" Her voice was steely but tremulous as she requested. "Because I believed we had gone past this mess." Jasmine gave a terrifying reaction. "That's what I too believed until Kirk arrived at my house at 1 and didn't depart until 3 in the morning. There was mayhem the following day. In their house, Rasheeda confronted Kirk. There are no scripts or cameras, just unadulterated anger and anguish. She thrust her phone in his face and said, "Tell me the truth. Did you accompany her?" Startled but not stunned, Kirk blinked. "It's not what you think, Rasheeda. I wanted to inquire about a few things. At her residence at 3 in the morning. The M." Her voice cracked as she shouted. "Do you think I'm foolish?" The dispute grew more heated. After hearing that, their son Kai allegedly attempted to step in but was shoved aside as Kirk stormed out of the room, slamming the door so forcefully that it shook the walls. The family was left shattered. Later that night, Kai was spotted driving away from the residence with his headphones on, his eyes swollen, and his jaw clenched after being caught in the crossfire. For 3 days, Rasheeda did not post. No tweet could compare to the volume of that quiet. Her most recent post was inundated with comments from fans. "Say it's not true, please. Leave him, girl." It got worse, but Rasheeda deserves better. Jasmine wasn't finished. "I never asked him to come. He showed up and yeah, we talked, but what happened after, she revealed on Instagram Live. That was his fault." The internet went crazy, screenshots of the live streamed into the shade room, and the hashtag #Kirkrost became a national craze in a matter of hours. Rasheeda remained silent until a mysterious article surfaced on her page. It was enough to send fans on fire. One word, no voice, no face, just that icy last word on a blank screen. "She's done." He destroyed it again. How can you mess up with the same woman twice? Candy Burus, one of Rasheeda's closest friends, allegedly made a private request for her to take a vacation and stay at her guest house, but Rasheeda, ever the devoted warrior, turned him down. She reportedly informed her colleagues, "I'm not running, this time, I'm standing in it." However, the drama extended beyond the three of them as word spread that Jasmine was once more pregnant. Even though she never explicitly stated that it was Kirk's, the timing caused some controversy. In a radio interview with Streets 945, the host asked her directly, "So is Kirk the father?" Let's just say that history tends to repeat itself. Jasmine grinned. That was the turning point in Rasheeda's life. According to sources, she confronted Kirk once more, this time in front of friends and business associates at their upscale store. "You lied to me again," she allegedly yelled, and Kirk attempted to reassure her, but she refused. "I granted you grace when you previously embarrassed me, restored your reputation, and now this. You think I'm going to act foolish twice?" The store went silent, staff members stared nervously, and customers pretended to browse while listening in on every word. In an attempt to control the narrative, Kirk released a statement to TMZ in which he claimed, "I love my wife and my family, and I'm working to fix this privately, but the damage was done." A lot is being said right now, and most of it isn't true. While this was going on, Jasmine was spotted buying at Phipps Plaza with a diamond necklace that looked eerily identical to one that Kirk had given Rasheeda in Season 5. Fans were able to see the receipts. "The disrespect is unbelievable," a follower wrote. Jasmine shared a mysterious TikTok set to Beyoncé's apology with the remark, "He only wants me when I'm not there, just when you thought things couldn't get any messier." Fans were split, and the pettiness was cinematic. Most of them were devastated for Rasheeda, and for the first time, she wasn't standing up for Kirk, not in public or behind closed doors. Some referred to her as a home wrecker, while others dubbed Kirk a serial manipulator. Atlanta had never witnessed a scandal emerge so quickly and loudly, and that's when things became really explosive. The tension was so thick it could be cut with a knife. Drama was nothing new to Rasheeda, but this was different. Her silence wasn't just overwhelming, it was calculated. Her team was working non-stop behind the scenes, with PR managers frantically trying to steer the story, close friends reaching out to her, and brand partners becoming anxious. Rasheeda had built an empire on resiliency, but what happens when the foundation breaks from within? Deals were already on the table for a new reality spin-off about black love and entrepreneurial couples. Now everything hung in the balance. In the meantime, Kirk had gone completely silent, no posts, no pictures, just a trail of unanswered calls and lost chances to put things right, but in private, he was in a panic and contacted Rasheeda via their manager, begging for just one meeting, one opportunity to clarify everything. The meeting took place in a quiet corner table inside a Castleberry Hill restaurant, and Rasheeda finally accepted, but not by herself. She brought her cousin and longtime ride artist Kelsey to the meeting and made it clear that if you lie to me again in front of her, I'm walking for good. I didn't sleep with her, Kirk stated right away. Rasheeda sat straight back, arms crossed, eyes icy. Kirk appeared exhausted, as if the weight of his choices had finally caught up. Low lights, no cameras, just genuine feelings. But you went there, she retorted, you went to her home. You failed to inform me. She's out here playing Beyoncé with a baby bump after you lied about where you were. Tell me what I should think. I needed closure, Kirk said, sighing and rubbing his hands together. After all of that, we didn't really communicate. She informed me by text that she needed to share something crucial with me. I promise nothing occurred, even if I shouldn't have gone. Kelsey squinted. She's lying once more, then. Is it the tale you tell? Kirk paused. I didn't touch her, but I have no idea what she's doing. I swear to our children. Rasheeda's voice became hardly audible. The last time, you also swore on them. There was just suffering and more questions at the end of the session. Without giving him a hug or turning around, Rasheeda left. Shaking her head, Kelsey trailed behind. He's still playing you, she said. Rasheeda remained silent. She was not required to. Her quiet spoke it all. Rasheeda went live on Instagram later that evening. Supporters held their breath. It didn't reveal anything. It was a message, but not yet. A statement so unvarnished that it left others speechless. With sparkling eyes but no tears, she remarked, sometimes the people you fight hardest for turn out to be the ones fighting hardest against you. I had faith in love. I was a proponent of change. But when the lies start to mount, belief doesn't keep you warm. I have no idea what tomorrow will bring. However, I've decided to choose peace today. The remarks were explosive. Energy of a queen. Rasheeda, we're riding alongside you. Give that man up. Cardi B even said, the realest thing I've heard all week, along with a heart emoji. However, Jasmine was busy stirring things up in a now-deleted Instagram story as her admirers were praising her. Wearing what appeared to be Kirk's old varsity jacket from an earlier LHHL show, she uploaded a video of herself holding her stomach. History repeats itself, the caption said. In particular, the first chapter was never closed. Now the chaos had been silenced by mold. Some admirers thought Jasmine was CL. Others claimed Kirk had slid once again. Some conjectured that Jasmine was manipulating the media and that the baby wasn't even his. However, there was one thing that everyone agreed upon. Rasheeda was deserving of better. And when a new player entered the scene, that opinion just got stronger. Devin Marks comes in tall. At Negril Village, charismatic businessman Rasheeda was seen eating lunch. They were seen laughing, clinking drinks, then leaving together on camera. Devin was also no stranger to the limelight. He ran a digital startup in Miami, owned 3 clubs in Atlanta, and was recently highlighted in Essence as one of the black business titans to keep an eye on in 2025. The internet erupted. Is Rasheeda over Kirk at last? Watch out for the new man. Freedom is more than merely highlighted by that brilliance. Insiders said Kirk was furious. Not because Rasheeda was moving on more quickly than he anticipated, but rather because they were formally separated. He always assumed she would linger. She would be there no matter what, according to one person. He is now aware that she is no longer engaging in that activity. Kirk, though, wasn't merely silently furious. 2 days later, he allegedly unexpectedly showed up at Rasheeda's shop and tried to strike up a conversation. He was denied entry by Rasheeda. Kelsey had to physically barricade the door. "You had an opportunity." She lost her temper. "Step off now." According to witnesses, Kirk drove off in his Escalade after pacing the sidewalk in a fit of rage. He shared a mysterious quote on his account that same evening. "Sometimes you don't realize what you had until it's gone. You realize it was everything when it's gone." Jasmine's story, however, was beginning to fall apart. A screenshot of a direct message discussion in which she purportedly acknowledged the baby probably wasn't was obtained by a fan. "You're playing games now that Kirk's the shade room caught it up right away. Leave Rasheeda alone," said one fan. "Sis, your 15 minutes expired in 2017. Still, the damage was already done." "The Frost family was in ruins," said another. Shalene, Rasheeda's mother, even commented on a Facebook Live. The video was shared thousands of times. "He wasn't right. You can love someone and still walk away, and I think it's time," I told her long ago. Kirk wasn't prepared to let go, even when Rasheeda one that would pave the way for the most explosive event to date. One name was all the rage in the city. Not Kirk, not Jasmine, not the Frost brand, but Rasheeda. Rasheeda, the woman who had risen above everyone's expectations while standing tall in stilettos as her life fell apart. Her was dubbed the Phoenix of Atlanta by fans. Rasheeda was scheming behind closed doors while memes, reactions, videos, and TikToks filled the internet in celebration of her viral speech at the Frost Family Legacy Gala. Not only had she survived the treachery, but she had also branded it. On her ashes, she was now constructing an empire. Kirk attempted to take back control of the story a few days after the gala. Through an exclusive interview with ATL Weekly this time. With hazy eyes, he admitted, "I never claimed to be perfect. I love my wife despite the fact that I've made far too many blunders. I'll be here when she's ready to return home since I never stopped." The question that everyone wanted answered was posed by the interviewer. "Are you the parent of Jasmine's child?" Kirk hesitated. "No infant is present." That wasn't a heartbeat, it was a headline. The last twist was then revealed. Jasmine had pretended to be pregnant. Jasmine's reputation was destroyed online in a matter of hours. She was dragged by fans for filth. "You don't need Kirk, you need treatment. Congratulations, you played yourself. You lie about the same thing again, girl." In response, Jasmine sobbed into the camera during a shaky Instagram Live, saying that she only wanted closure and that Kirk had given her false hope, but nobody was buying it. Rasheeda had not been harmed, but Kirk and she had. She would emerge, shining. Conversely, Kirk was a shadow of the person we had known. He began attending activities by himself, with a dejected expression and diminished vitality. His close friends reported that he was quietly spiraling out of control. According to one source, he doesn't eat or sleep, instead, he watches the gala speech repeatedly as if he were attempting to go back in time. Rasheeda wasn't nasty, though. She wasn't posting retaliation. Pixar is showing out a new dude. She didn't have to. No diamond ring could compare to the loudness of her silence. Devin Marks, meantime, had maintained a polite distance. He phoned Rasheeda after the gala disaster, complimented her on how she handled it, and gave unconditional support. He responded, "I'm here if you ever need a real one in your corner."